Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Daily English Talk, the podcast where we help you speak real English.
Every single day. Hey, everybody, and I'm Tom. So good to be back with you today.
Today, we have something that is honestly going to change the way you speak English forever.
Not a grammar rule, not a tense chart, not a list of 500 words to memorize.
Just 9 verbs. 9 small, simple verbs that fluent English speakers use in almost every single conversation they have.
And by the end of this episode, you will know exactly which 9 verbs, how they work, and how to start using them today.
And if this is your first time here, welcome to the family. Please hit that subscribe button. We post a brand new episode every single day.
Share this with a friend who is learning English too. Okay, Lily, are you ready?
I'm ready, but first, I have a question for everyone watching. So, last week, Tom had his very first big presentation at his new job, and he told me something happened with one of these 9 verbs that made his manager stop and stare at him for 5 full seconds.
Lily, please, we don't have to talk about that.
Oh, we absolutely do. So here's my question for you watching right now. What do you think Tom said in that meeting that made the whole room go silent?
Just keep watching. You'll understand why I'm still embarrassed.
After the phrases, we'll show you the strategy you can use to learn them. Don't miss that part. That's where all the magic happens. Okay, so tell everyone what happened from the beginning.
All right, so it was my first big presentation. New job, new team, new manager watching me. I was so nervous.
That's normal, though. Everyone gets nervous at a new job.
Right, but here's the thing. I had practiced my English for weeks. I really wanted to sound confident and professional.
And?
And I mixed up 2 verbs that I always confuse, make and do.
Oh, no.
I stood up in front of everyone and said, I want to do a really good decision for this project.
Do a decision?
Do a decision, not make a decision. And my manager just looked at me and the whole room went quiet.
Oh, Tom, that's actually kind of adorable.
It did not feel adorable in that moment, Lily. It felt like the longest 5 seconds of my life.
So what did you do after that?
Well, that's actually the part I'm still not totally ready to talk about.
Oh, come on.
Let's just say I learned my lesson about these verbs the hard way, and I promised myself I would never confuse them again.
And that is exactly why we're doing this episode today, because make and do and 7 other verbs just like them get confused by learners all the time.
Exactly. So let's break these 9 verbs down properly, one group at a time, so none of you ever have to freeze in a meeting like I did.
Let's do it. Okay, so here's the idea behind today's lesson. In English, there are 9 verbs that show up again and again in daily conversation. Make, do, take, get, have, give, put, set, and go.
And the tricky part is, these verbs don't just mean one thing. They combine with other words to create hundreds of different expressions.
Exactly. We call these combinations chunks. A chunk is a group of words that native speakers store and use together as one piece, not word by word.
So instead of building a sentence from scratch every time, your brain just grabs a ready-made chunk and says it.
Right, and that's the real secret to fluency. Fluent speakers aren't thinking harder or knowing more grammar rules. They're pulling out chunks they already have stored.
So today, we're going to go through all 9 verbs in 4 small groups with real examples, real stories, and real chunks you can start using immediately.
Let's start with the pair that got Tom in trouble. Make and do. Group 1, make and do. Okay, so here's the simple way to remember the difference. Make is for creating something. Something new exists because of you.
And do is for performing an activity or a task. You're not creating anything new, you're just doing the action.
Right. So think about it like this. If you make dinner, you create something, an actual meal that didn't exist before.
But if you do the dishes, you're not creating a dish. You're performing a task, cleaning them.
Exactly. Let me give you some daily chunks with make. Make a plan, make an effort, make progress, make a mistake, make sense.
And here are some chunks with do. Do your homework, do some research, do a favor, do your best, do the laundry.
Actually, I have a story about make sense. Last month, my neighbor was trying to explain how to use her new washing machine, and halfway through, I just said, "Okay, that makes sense now," and she looked so relieved.
See, that's a perfect chunk. Native speakers say that all the time. That makes sense, without even thinking about it.
And going back to your story, Tom, what should you have said instead of do a decision?
I should have said, I want to make a good decision. Make, not do. I know that now. Trust me, I know.
Well, at least you'll never forget it again.
Never. That memory is burned into my brain forever.
Okay, next pair. Take and get. And these two feel completely different once you understand them.
Take is for a choice you make on purpose. You decide to do something intentionally.
And get is for a change when something shifts from one situation to another.
So if I take a break, I'm choosing to stop working for a moment. That's my decision.
Right. But if I get tired, that's not a choice. That's a change happening to me.
Here are some daily chunks with take. Take a seat. Take your time. Take a risk. Take care of it. Take notes.
And with get ready. Get along with someone. Get used to something. Get better. Get back to someone.
Actually, I have a story for get along with. When I first moved into my apartment building, my neighbor and I didn't talk much, but over the summer we started getting along really well. And now we grab coffee every weekend.
Oh, that's so sweet. See, get along with someone, that's a perfect example of a relationship changing over time.
What about you? Do you have a take story?
Actually, yes. Last year, I decided to take a pottery class completely out of nowhere. My friends were shocked because I had never mentioned wanting to do it.
Did you make anything good?
My first bowl looked more like a hat, honestly. But I took my time, and by the end of the class, I made a decent vase.
See? Make and take, both in one sentence, and it sounded completely natural.
Okay, group 3, have and give. Now, most people think have is only about possession, like I have a car.
But have is actually much bigger than that. Have is often about experience.
Exactly. When you have a conversation, you're not possessing anything, you're experiencing something together.
So daily chunks with have. Have a chat. Have a look. Have a great time. Have concerns. Have a laugh.
And give is about interaction, offering something to somebody else. Give feedback. Give someone a hand. Give it a try. Give someone a chance. Give a compliment.
I actually have a have story. Last weekend, my sister and I had a really long chat on the phone, almost 3 hours, and we ended up laughing so hard about our childhood that I had tears in my eyes.
Oh, that's lovely. See, you had a chat, you had a laugh. 2 chunks, 1 story, completely natural.
What about a give story?
Well, at work, my coworker was nervous about her first presentation, so I gave her a few tips beforehand. And afterward, I gave her some honest feedback so she could improve next time.
Gave her tips, gave her feedback. Both give, both about helping someone.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of these chunks. Once you know them, you stop translating word by word and you just speak.
Okay, last group, and this one has 3 verbs instead of 2. Put, set, and go.
Put is about placing something, moving it into a position, physically or in a conversation.
Set is about establishing something, creating the conditions for something to happen.
And go is about movement, direction, or change happening over time.
So daily chunks with put. Put something off. Put effort into something. Put someone at ease. Put things into perspective.
And with set a goal, set a date, set expectations, set the table.
And with go over something. Go ahead. Go wrong. Go from there.
I actually have a really good example that uses all three. Before my cousin's wedding, she set a date months in advance. Then, closer to the day, we went over every single detail together. The flowers, the food, the seating chart.
And where does put come in?
Well, 2 days before the wedding, she almost put off choosing the cake flavor until the very last minute, and I had to remind her to just decide already.
Classic. So she set the date early, but she put off the small decisions.
Exactly. Set, go, put. 3 completely different jobs, 1 wedding story.
And that's actually a great way to see how these verbs work together naturally, without sounding forced at all.
So now, the big question. How do you make these 9 verbs actually yours, so they're ready when you need them, unlike a certain someone in a certain meeting?
Okay, we get it, Lily.
I'm just saying, there's a method, and it really works. I am outlining your work strategy using these structures: notice, save, speak. The first step is notice. When you're watching a show, listening to a podcast, or reading something in English, pay attention to these chunks when they appear.
So if you hear someone say, "Let's go over the numbers," stop for a second. That's a chunk. Notice it.
The second step is save. Write the whole chunk down as one piece, not as separate words. Not go over numbers, but go over the numbers together as one unit.
Because your brain doesn't store single words when it comes to chunks. It stores the whole expression as one piece, and that's how you retrieve it quickly later.
And the third step is speak. Say the chunk out loud before you actually need it in real life.
So if you know you have a meeting tomorrow, practice tonight. Say things like, "Let's set a time to go over this," or "I'll take care of it and get back to you."
Notice it, save it, speak it. 3 simple steps, and slowly these verbs become automatic.
And trust me, if I had done this before my big presentation, I would have saved myself a very awkward 5 seconds.
We know, Tom. We know. Okay, so let's quickly recap everything we covered today.
Make and do. Make for creating something new. Do for performing a task or activity.
Take and get. Take for a choice you make on purpose. Get for a change that happens to you.
Have and give. Have for an experience. Give for offering something to someone else.
And put, set, go. Put for placing something, set for establishing something, and go for movement or direction.
9 verbs, hundreds of natural chunks, and once you start noticing them, you'll hear them absolutely everywhere.
Remember, fluency isn't about knowing more words. It's about knowing these 9 verbs deeply, in combination, so your brain doesn't have to search anymore, it just reaches.
So today, pick just one chunk from this episode and use it in a real sentence about your own life.
So here's a question for you. Out of all 9 verbs we talked about today, which one do you personally get confused about the most?
Is it make and do, like me? Or maybe take and get? Tell us in the comments below.
We read every single comment, so don't be shy. Write a full sentence using one of today's chunks, and we'll be there to cheer you on.
If today's episode helped you understand these verbs a little better, please give this video a like.
And if you're new here, subscribe to Daily English Talk. We upload a brand new episode every single day to help you speak more naturally.
Share this with a friend who's learning English too. The more chunks you practice together, the faster they'll stick.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. We really appreciate you being here.
See you in the next episode. Until then, keep noticing, keep practicing, and keep speaking.
Aw, bye everyone.
Bye.